So, hello guys, in this video we will be going to cover the change of order of double integrals. Maybe the sound is very irritating, please manage it because the fan is revolving, so the sound is occurring here. So please ignore it and let's focus on this topic. So basically in this video I will cover two things. First of all, I will tell you how we can change the order of a double integral, and second, why should we change the order of a double integral. So first of all, now let's take a question where we are not defining any kind of function like fxy. We are just denoting the function is like fxy dx dy, and this is the question which is basically, let's say, y to pi and 0 to pi. Well, now basically you can see this is y to pi, that means the limit is y to pi. There is y, that means this is the limit of x, right? Because this is the variable limit. So this is the limit of x, this is the limit of y. Now basically we have to draw the graph. Now look at that. The limit is basically saying us x less than equals to I, greater than equals to 1, and also saying us y less than equals to pi, greater than equals to 0. So basically you can see the inequalities. So basically the inequalities are saying that four equations are x is equals to pi, x is equals to y is equals to 0, and y is equals to pi. Now you can see basically the graph will be looking like something like this is, let's say the graph is looking like that. Well, this is y is equals to x, this is the point, let's say pi, and this is the point, let's say pi, and this is the graph. Well, very nice. Now what will be the region? Maybe this, maybe this. Now we are taking y is equals to 0, that means we are taking x-axis, that means this line, this line, this line, and the point of this line. That means the area is this, the region is this basically. So we are talking about this region. Now you can see the first variable is x. How? Because the first limit is variable, that means the first limit is the limit of x. So the first variable is x. If the first variable is x, that means we are taking horizontal limits, because this is x-axis, this is y-axis. We are taking the limit using the strip of, we are taking the limit using the strip. That means we are taking the limit of x in that case. But we have to change the order. So how we can change? Now this is the horizontal strip. How we can understand? Using the limit we can easily understand. This is the limit of x, that's why this is the limit, this is the horizontal strip. We have to change the strip into vertical. Now take a vertical strip. This is a vertical strip. Now what will be the upper limit and what will be the lower limit? You can see this is the vertical strip, that means we are talking about limit of y or limits of y. So the upper part of the vertical strip is basically nothing but y is equals to x, and the lower part is nothing but y is equals to 0. So the limit will be becoming 0 to x. Basically this is y is equals to 0 to x. The function will be same x comma y, and this is dx dy, and the strip is moving from 0 comma 0 to pi comma 0. That means the strip is moving from left to right. You can take it like right to left, then you have to put a negative symbol here, and it will convert the integral into the same integral which I am doing at that moment. However, so we are taking a strip which is moving from left to right. So basically the strip is moving from 0 to pi, and this is the limit of x. Now you can see we can easily solve that integral, right? So this is the way so that you can change the order. Now let's talk about an hard example. So now you can see this is an example which is a little bit hard because of this infinite, the limit is infinity, that's why the question is becoming a little bit hard. So let's draw the graph. So basically we are focusing on the first variable. This is x, that means the first variable is y. Why? Because you can see the limit is starting from x to infinity. That means this limits are basically the limits of y, right? So basically we can say y less than equals to infinity less than equals to x, and also x less than equals to infinity less than equals to 0. I mean 0, what I am saying. However, you can see the inequalities. Now basically the equations will be y is equals to x, y is equals to infinity, and let's say x equals to 0 and x equals to infinity, right? So what will be the graph? Let's focus on the graph. So basically you can see this is the x-axis. I mean y is equals to x, right? Hopefully it is visible. Now it's visible properly. Now what is the meaning of x equals to 0? X equals to 0 means y-axis, right? Now x equals to infinity means something like that point. Let's say this is the point of infinity and it is something like that, and y is equals to infinity means in this point. I mean I'm saying a little bit wrong. I mean y is equals to infinity means this point. Let's say I'm not talking about this is the point of infinity, I'm just assuming this is the point infinity. So now basically we have to assume infinity as a constant. Now draw a simple straight line which is parallel to both of the axes. I mean two straight lines which is parallel to both of the axes. Now you can see the region is basically this, right? The region is basically this, and as the first variable is y, so the strip is basically vertical strip. But we have to use the change of order. I mean we have to change the order of the integration. So we have to use a horizontal strip so that you can change the variable, change the first variable. So if we are changing the vertical strip into a horizontal strip, then the vertical, I mean the first variable will be becoming x. So what will be the lower limit of x? X equals to 0, and this is x equals to y. So basically the first variable, I mean x is equals to 0 to y, and the strip is moving from down, I mean bottom to up, right? Bottom to up, that means 0 to, let's say, infinity. Don't draw this graph properly because it's a rough or something like that. You don't need to draw it properly, just a rough. So y, the limits of y is basically 0 to infinity. This is fx comma y, and this is dx dy. Now you can see we can change the order easily. So hopefully you can understand. Now the question which is occurring, which is why we are using this change of order. We can simply solve using the given order which is provided by the examiner or something like that. So the question is correct, but the answer is something like that. Wait a moment, I'm drawing, I'm setting a question. So basically in that question you can see I have given a function sin x by x, and you know it is not integral. So how can we solve that integration? The first variable is x by the limit you can see here. So how can we solve? So for solving that, let's use a simple trick which is called change of order of double integral. Let's draw the graphs. So basically I'm not using much more time for drawing the graph. Basically the graph will be something like that, and the strip is basically horizontal. We have to take the vertical strip. So vertical strip is looking like that. Y is equals to x, y is equals to 0. Now the strip is moving from 0 to pi. That means limit of x equals to 0 to pi, and limit of y is basically equals to 0 to x. This is sin x by x dx dy. Now sin x by x, we have to integrate with respect to dy. So it will be becoming like x into dx, 0 to pi, x cancelled out. Sin x, integration of sin x with respect to dx is minus cos x, 0 to pi minus cos pi minus cos 0. So the answer is 2 unit cube. Be careful, pi, there is unit cube. Because of this, as I have said in the previous video, when we are providing fxy, that means it is volume integral, and the unit, if you have to use the unit, then the unit will be unit cube, because unit cube means unit cube, like centimeter cube, meter cube, like that unit cube. However, it is volume integral. So however, that is all for this video. We will cover more examples in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye. Subscribe. Thank you.